recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment.
Hello and welcome to WrestleMania. I'm your host, Gotmark76. We thank you so much for joining us here on the WWF 2K22 Part 1 season finale. Of course, the road to WrestleMania started back in January. We are here now. And we have some great matches planned for you today. Earlier today, the stars of the World Wrestling Federation were in action as two matches took place. First, a Texas Tornado match when Jerry the King Lawler teamed with Kerry Von Erich, and they defeated the team of Mr. Perfect and Rick the Model Martel. Here are some highlights from that matchup as Rick Martel missed a move up the top rope which gave way to a Jerry Lawler pile driver and a claw hold from Texas Tornado, Kerry Von Erich on Kurt Hennig, and they were the victors in that match. And we also saw the Macho Man Randy Savage take on Yokozuna, and the former World Heavyweight Champion, the Macho Man Randy Savage, with what I would call a surprise upset over this newcomer Yokozuna, giving Yokozuna his first loss here in the World Wrestling Federation. Here's Yokozuna setting up the Macho Man for the Banzai drop off that second turnbuckle. Somehow, don't ask me how, the Macho Man kicking out before the referee's hand can come down for 3. And then, of course, it was the flying elbow from the top rope that put away Yokozuna, and the Macho Man Randy Savage victorious earlier today. We, of course, will be bringing you the excitement of 5 big matches, and we are going to begin things with the Intercontinental Championship. Let's take it down the ringside. And here he is making his way to the ring, the challenger, looking for his first championship here in the World Wrestling Federation, Roddy Piper. He has main evented WrestleManias. He's had talk shows on WrestleMania tonight. He challenges Doink the Clown for the Intercontinental Championship. And Roddy Piper, of course, getting pile-driven on the concrete floor just a couple weeks ago by Doink the Clown. And Roddy Piper insisting on a title match here at WrestleMania. And that's going to start things off here for the Gotmark76 WWF 2K21 Season Finale Part 1. Of course, we are coming your way with WWE 2K22. April 4th will be the debut episode. That's just next week, guys. We thank you so much for watching. At the time of this recording, it's about a month away. And we are looking forward to the new 2K22 video game. Just like Roddy Piper looking forward to getting his hands on the Intercontinental Champion Doink the Clown. Doink won the title back in January at the Royal Rumble. He defeated Bret the Hitman Hart, who we will see in action later tonight, against, ironically, Doink number 2, who was revealed to be Shawn Michaels. And Doink the Clown making his way to the ring, and the fans here in Las Vegas giving Doink a piece of their mind. Could this be the last time that Doink wears that Intercontinental Championship? Oh, and a little bit of theatrics here on the part of Doink the Clown on his entrance into this ring, but I think it's going to be hard to psych out one Roddy Piper. Piper's the one usually known for the mind games. And Doink trying to get into the head of Roddy Piper here. He already took him out just a couple weeks ago. But Piper came back. He vowed to come back and insisted on this title match at WrestleMania. Of course, our big main event tonight, the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship on the line, as Nature Boy Ric Flair defends the WWF title against Hulk Hogan. The World Tag Team Championship will also be in the line when the Legion of Doom, Hawk and Animal, defend against the Nasty Boys. We will see the Undertaker tangle with Papa Shango. And of course, much, much more. As Doink the Clown being introduced and holding that title up high. How much longer he'll hold on to it is up to him. If he can hit that pile driver and whoopee cushion combo, Doink the Clown may just retain the title here against Roddy Piper. The referee showing Piper the gold. Holds it high for our viewing audience and the fans here in Vegas. And we are set to get this match underway. And look at Doink nonchalantly laying on the top rope. I'll tell you what, the pressure may just be on Roddy Piper. He's the one who needs to pin or make Doink submit. Doink can literally walk out of this match and lose or forfeit the match while still holding on to the title. As Piper now. Piper with a kick to the midsection. He made a wish. And Piper begging Doink to get back to his feet. Drops an elbow. And now stomping away, a good old-fashioned stomping on Doink the Clown. Piper working over Doink. Throws Doink across the ring, runs, charges, clothesline in the corner, and down goes Doink the Clown. Piper drops another elbow across the chest of Doink, another elbow for good measure. And an elbow to the top of the head. Doink in trouble in the early going. Leaned up against the ropes, and Roddy Piper biting Doink, and then slings him off the ropes. The referee allowing that to happen. I guess Piper had the count of 5 to break it up. But you can't tell me it's not personal. An inverted atomic drop by Piper. And he's going to roll over Doink. Will this be all? Referee in position. Counts 1. And a kick out at 1 by Doink. Piper now throws Doink up and over the top rope, and a big right hand takes Doink down to the mat. And now both men on the outside, and this will favor Doink. No, Piper threw Doink back in. I spoke too soon. And now Piper winding up, and a big right hand takes down Doink the Clown. Piper has been in control this entire match. Another big right hand to the side of the head. Piper looks determined to win the Intercontinental title here tonight. Backbreaker by Piper, and Doink has mounted very little, if any, offense thus far in this matchup. And again, Piper biting the head of Doink the Clown. Piper's not afraid to resort to dirty tactics to get the job done. And the fans here in Vegas showing their support to the Roddy Scott. And there it is! Good night, Irene! Oh, but blocked by Doink. And the first offensive maneuver for Doink was a defensive maneuver. And a crucifix by Doink. And that just goes to show that Doink the Clown can go in the ring. He can wrestle. He has some great technical moves. Don't let the disguise fool you. Now Doink positioning Piper into the turnbuckle on a big axe handle to the back. And Doink now shoving Piper, setting off for a belly-to-back suplex. Nicely done by Doink the Clown. And now Doink settling into some kind of a rhythm. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and throw! Piper barely kicked out. And Doink arguing with the cadence of the count. But Doink's first offensive series of maneuvers nearly put away his challenger here tonight, as Piper trying to make a comeback. Doink with a single leg takedown now, a spinning toe hold, a submission maneuver on Roddy Piper. Doink in control. And Doink wisely staying on that knee of Roddy Piper. But Piper fighting back with a big right hand. And a closed fist takes down Doink. Piper celebrating to the fans here in attendance. But that might be premature. He still has Doink. And now working over Doink, choking him on the top turnbuckle. And again has a count of 5 before being disqualified. Piper able to break it up. But Piper back in control. Big right hand and down goes Doink. Piper with an elbow to the top of the head. Throws Doink into the ropes. And a big elbow takes down Doink the Clown. Piper feeling it here. And a high knee lift takes down Doink. Could Piper be setting up Doink for Goodnight Irene? He picks up Doink. A jab. Another jab. A big right hand. Piper throws Doink into the turnbuckle. And a knee to the midsection. Down goes Doink. And Piper now climbing the second turnbuckle and drops a fist on the forehead of the Clown. The champion in trouble. Lateral press by Piper. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Doink. We almost had a new Intercontinental champion there. As Piper, I think Piper was going for Goodnight Irene. It was blocked by Doink. Nicely done by Doink the Clown. And an inverted atomic drop by Doink, and Doink now back in control. Had the Goodnight Irene well scouted, has Piper up in a hot shot across the top rope. And down goes the challenger, and here comes Doink. He's climbing the top rope. Could it be the whoopee cushion? Doink looking to put away Piper. Piper getting back to his feet. Doink leaps. Piper catches into a power slam, and down goes Doink the Clown. Piper now picks up Doink, has it locked in. Goodnight Irene in the middle of the ring. Can Doink escape? He cannot. And Piper has won the Intercontinental Championship here at WrestleMania. Here are some highlights from earlier in the contest. Piper has won the Intercontinental Championship here at WrestleMania. There was Doink blocking Goodnight Irene the first time. But watch this, the whoopee cushion caught into a power slam by Piper, and he was able to lock in Goodnight Irene. And Doink in the middle of the ring, unable to escape. And your winner and new World Wrestling Federation Intercontinental Champion, Roddy Piper. Fans, the following match will be between Bret the Hitman Hart and the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. There's a lot of bad blood in that feud. Don't go away. We'll be right back. And welcome back to WrestleMania. And this following match is loosely tied to the match we just witnessed between Doink and Roddy Piper. It was Shawn Michaels who dressed as a second Doink back at the Royal Rumble. And he assisted in Doink the Clown defeating Bret the Hitman Hart for the Intercontinental Championship. He slid a steel chair into the ring, which was used and ultimately led to Doink winning the title. A couple weeks later on Monday Night Raw, President Jack Tunney arranged for Doink number 2 to wrestle Bret Hart, with the stipulation that if Bret the Hitman Hart had defeated Doink number 2, that Doink number 2 would have to leave. Well, it was revealed after Doink 2 got disqualified, and by the way, attacked not only Bret Hart with a steel chair, but also a referee. He revealed himself to be the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, wearing a Doink outfit and a Doink mask and a Doink wig. So Shawn Michaels was suspended by Jack Tunney for attacking the referee with a chair, and this is Shawn Michaels' first match back from that suspension. One could say he's well rested, but there also might be a little bit of ring rust on the part of Shawn Michaels as Bret the Hitman Hart makes his way to the ring. And Bret Hart, of course, has been eyeing bigger prizes here in the World Wrestling Federation. He has made it no secret that he will be paying close attention to the winner of tonight's world title match between Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair. But before he can focus on the World Championship, he has some business to take care of here with Shawn Michaels. Now, what I find a little bit ironic is that both of these men have some tremendous technical skill. I just don't think this is going to be much of a wrestling match. I think this is personal. I think Bret Hart wants to get his hands on Shawn Michaels more than ever. And these two men lock up. Hart in control. Back Shawn Michaels into the turnbuckle. Will we get a clean break? We do not. Shawn Michaels with an open hand slap. A show of disrespect to the Hitman. Another collar and elbow tie-up. Hart now working the arm of the Heartbreak Kid. Nicely reversal by Shawn Michaels. Oh, and a kick to the midsection. Michaels gaining control and takes down the Hitman in a game of one-upsmanship here in the early going. Bret again backs Michaels into the turnbuckle. I doubt we'll get a clean break again, even the first time. And again, Michaels with an open hand slap. And now Michaels going to work with a series of right hands. And that open hand slap caused a distraction for Hart. Let's see if Hart can come back. Oh, and now Hart now going to work on Michaels. Could this be, we've seen this before, that figure 4 leg lock on the outside post. Oh, and there it is, it's locked in. Michaels grieving in pain. And the damage may have been done, and this match could be ending early. The referee's begun to count, but Bret Hart with a figure 4 leg lock on the outside ring post, and Shawn Michaels is in a world of trouble, and a belly-to-back suplex on the outside floor. Again, this is personal for Bret Hart. Hart now has Michaels, throws him into the ring post. And again into the ring post, and down goes Michaels. The count is up to 5. And Bret Hart may not even care about winning this match. He wants to get revenge on Shawn Michaels again. Into the ring post goes Michaels. Hart throws Michaels back in the ring. All he has to do now is cover him, but no, Michaels able to escape that kick. And Michaels somehow firing back. Hart now has Michaels up for a suplex, and down goes the Heartbreak Kid. With the exception of a few open hand slaps, this match has been all Bret Hart so far. Goes for the cover 1, and a kick out at 1 by Michaels. Oh, Michaels with a kick to the midsection, and a big elbow takes down the Hitman. And Michaels fired up here. And Michaels in control at the moment. And Shawn Michaels applying a figure 4 leg lock to the Hitman in the middle of the ring. Can the Hitman escape? Michaels has it locked in. And Bret Hart able to fight his way out of it. A little bit of revenge on the part of Shawn Michaels for that figure 4 on the ring post. But now Michaels back in control. And a big elbow to the top of the head, and stopping now Michaels is the Hitman Bret Hart. Hart now worked over the arm of Michaels, and Bret Hart wise to stay on top of the Heartbreak Kid. You can't give this guy an inch, he'll take a mile. Hart now going for the cover on top. 1, 2, and a kick out barely by Michaels. The hand was coming down for 3, but Michaels able to escape. And a beautiful drop kick by Shawn Michaels takes down Bret the Hitman Hart. An elbow by Michaels misses. And another drop kick misses by Michaels. Well scouted by Bret Hart. And now Hart, with a front face lock, has Michaels up for another suplex. And down goes Michaels. Hart back in control, back and forth here in this matchup thus far. And a big uppercut by Michaels, kick to the midsection. Michaels now, another kick to the midsection. Trying to gain some momentum. Throws Hart into the turnbuckle, big forearm. Down goes the Hitman. And Shawn Michaels is climbing the top rope. This match, very early, and a big splash off the top. Hooks the leg. Referee in position. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. Michaels trying to put this match away early, having words with the referee. And finally back on the attack on the Hitman. And now Michaels climbing the top rope again. What does Michaels have in store here? He leaps and another splash off the top rope. This time, he hooks the leg again. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Hart. Michaels looking to put this match away early, but Hart now trying to make a comeback. Throws Michaels into the turnbuckle. The Hitman out of the corner, bulldog, and down goes Shawn Michaels. And the Hitman now climbing the second turnbuckle, leaps and misses the elbow. The patented elbow by Bret Hart, and a big super kick. Down goes Hart. Michaels on top. 1, 2, and 3. No! A kick out by the Hitman. Oh, Hitman kicked out it barely before the hand came down for 3. And back and forth here at WrestleMania between these two men. High back body drop. Goes Bret Hart, and Shawn Michaels says he's in control now. He wants the admiration from the fans. Some are giving it to him. And now Michaels picking up the Hitman. Big right hand. And a belly to back suplex into a bridge, but Hart able to escape the pinning predicament. And Shawn Michaels in control. Back and forth match. On a big enziguri. Down goes the Hitman. Michaels rolls over Hart. Referee in position. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by the Hitman. What a back and forth. Oh, wait a second. Keep your eye on Michaels, as he has dislodged that top turnbuckle pad. Now has the Hitman, and I would not be surprised if Michaels throws Hitman into the top exposed turnbuckle. And down goes Bret, the Hitman Hart. Michaels now rolls over Hart. It could be all academic from here. Referee in position. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2. Bret Hart will not go quietly. He still has a lot of fight left. And into the ropes goes Hart, and a big clothesline up and over the top rope. And Shawn Michaels staying in control. And I think Michaels wanted to climb that top turnbuckle and do some more damage to the Hitman on the floor, but he removed that top turnbuckle pad and could not do so. And now these two men battling it out on the floor. The referee has begun a count. They're exchanging blows. Hitman has the Heartbreak Kid. Throws him back into the ring. And now turning over Michaels and slamming him chest first into the edge of the ring. Michaels is in trouble. Hart slides back into the ring. And Bret the Hitman Hart back in control. Now Michaels, walks right into a knee. And now Hart throws Michaels into the turnbuckle. Runs, charges, and a dropkick shoved aside by the Heartbreak Kid. And now these two men exchanging blows. A big uppercut by Hart takes down Michaels. Goes for the cover, he's on top. Referee in position. 1, and a kick out at 1 by Michaels. Again, we're not seeing too much technical skill here. This is a fight, but it's back and forth and very evenly fought thus far. Hart up on the top rope, misses. A double axe handle. But back in control, throws Michaels into the turnbuckle. And a big kick by Shawn Michaels. And I think that has stunned Bret. And a big right hand and a savant kick. The super kick takes down the Hitman. Referee in position, counts 1, 2, and 3. I would call that an upset, as Shawn Michaels has defeated Bret the Hitman Hart here at WrestleMania. Here are some highlights from earlier in the contest. But it took 2 super kicks by Shawn Michaels to put away Bret the Hitman Hart. And there was Shawn Michaels using that exposed turnbuckle pad. And your winner, Shawn Michaels. And gosh, I don't know if we're going to hear the end of it from this guy. I mean, he's been suspended for the better part of 2 months and defeated Bret the Hitman Hart in the middle of the ring. Fans, don't go away. The World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship is on the line next when the Nasty Boys challenge the Legion of Doom. And welcome back to WrestleMania. And the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship will be on the line in this matchup. This will be a Texas Tornado style match. All 4 men in or out of the ring at the same time. The referee there to, of course, count a pinfall or check for submission. But this match is personal. The Nasty Boys had been off the radar for quite a while here in the World Wrestling Federation. They made their surprise return by attacking Animal backstage prior to a tag team title defense of the Legion of Doom against the Natural Disasters. Thus not only upsetting Animal and the Legion of Doom, but that match became a 2-on-1, and they have also upset the Natural Disasters. So the Natural Disasters keeping their eyes on the winners of this match. I'm sure they'll be in line for a future tag team title shot. But the Legion of Doom in recent months, it started back in January, got a little bit of an edge to them here in the World Wrestling Federation. They've wrestled all over the world. They've won championships all over the world. But they did away with some of their colors and some of their fan-friendly actions, let's say, and they went back to their roots, which were kick-ass machines. And they are in for a fight of their lives against the Nasty Boys. And look at that, Sags attacking Hawk and Animal. He has the title belt. The referee not disqualifying the Nasty Boys as Sags was going to work on Hawk. The Hawk and Animal, and another shot with a tag team title belt. And the Nasty Boys working over the Legion of Doom. Animal and Knobs going at it. Clothesline over the top rope goes Knobs, and Animal following Knobs to the floor. The referee will stay in the ring with Sags and Hawk. And Hawk now in trouble. Sags on top, and the kick out at 1 by Hawk. The Nasty Boys attacked Hawk in the beginning. They attacked Hawk and used a tag team title to the head multiple times. And it looks like the Nasty Boys were trying to take out Hawk here. But now Hawk back in control, has Sags tied to the Tree of Woe as Knobs working over Animal. And a chokehold by Knobs on Animal. The referee right there to break it up. And now Hawk with a big chop on Sags. Hawk now throws Sags up and over the top rope into the floor. Goes Sags and Hawk follows. Will stay with the action in the ring as Knobs working over Animal. Throws Animal into the ropes. And a back body drop by Knobs, and Animal in trouble. Animal now throws Knobs into the turnbuckle. Runs, charges, misses. Knobbs moved out of the way and a big uppercut by Knobbs. And the Animal stunned on his feet. I don't know too many tag teams who can go toe-to-toe with the Legion of Doom, but I assure you the Nasty Boys are one of them because they're doing so right now. And the Nasty Boys looking to win the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship here at WrestleMania, and Knobbs with a camel clutch on Animal might just do it here. The referee asking Animal if he wants to submit. Animal trying to escape and does. And face first goes Knobbs. Oh, look at the Sags and Hulk on the outside. There's going to be tables involved here in a second. As Animal goes for a cover on Knobbs. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Knobbs. And Sags climbing the top rope. What does Sags have in store here? He elbow drops Knobbs. A big miscue on the part of the Nasty Boys. As Sags elbow dropped Knobbs instead of going after Animal and Hulk. And the big clothesline by Animal takes down Knobbs. This is what happens during Texas Tornado matches. Gorilla press slam by Animal. Down goes Knobbs, but Sags with a closed fist to Animal and a clothesline missed. Kick to the midsection. Animal's fighting 2-on-1 and he succumbs to a big boot by Sags, and Sags has that title belt again and nails Animal with it, and Animal has been busted open. What a war between these two teams again. I don't know too many teams who can stand toe-to-toe with the Legion of Doom, but the Nasty Boys are out thugging the Legion of Doom here. And Sags setting up Hulk for a power driver and spikes him down. Knobbs going to work on Animal. Animal has been busted open. Animal's bleeding profusely from the head, and Sags has climbed the top rope. Has an elbow drop inside on Hulk. Goes for the cover. Well, we have new champions. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Animal. Or by Hulk, excuse me. Animal was recovering from Knobbs. And a big suplex by Animal. Animal again busted open. And wait a second. Knobbs with a forearm to the back. He's going into his trunks. Wait a second. He pulled out a pair of knucks and nails Animal with a pair of brass knuckles. Are you kidding me? The referee didn't see a thing. Animal got hit by a pair of brass knuckles. Knobbs has Animal on his sides, picks him up on his shoulder. Running power slam. Down goes Animal. Knobbs on top. Covers 1, 2, 3. And fans, I don't know what we just saw here, but we saw domination on the part of the Nasty Boys, and they have won the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship here at WrestleMania. Here are some replays from earlier in the contest. I mean, it was a back and forth match, don't get me wrong. But the Nasty Boys, like I said earlier, they out-thugged the Legion of Doom here. Here was an elbow drop from Sags. I thought this was all over here, but somehow Hulk kicked out at 2. But it was there it is, the brass knucks. Did you see that? The brass knucks on the hand of Knobbs took down Animal, and a running power slam later, and we have new World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, the Nasty Boys. I am sure this is not the end between these two teams. What a fight this was, and I'm sure there'll be more to come in the weeks and months ahead, but your winners and new tag team champions and Nasty Boys fans, The Undertaker and Papa Shango, we're going to go at it next. Don't go away. And welcome back to WrestleMania as twilight starts to set down here in Las Vegas. And this match taking place between Papa Shango and The Undertaker, as both men interfering on the other men's matches. And that got real personal real quick. Of course, history being made here tonight at WrestleMania. We have a new Intercontinental Champion in Roddy Piper. And we just witnessed the crowning of new World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, the Nasty Boys. And something tells me that championship aspirations may not be at the top of the list for Papa Shango or The Undertaker at this time. but hurting each other is. And the fans here in Las Vegas rise as they know that The Undertaker is about to make his way to the ring. And there he is, the dead man, The Undertaker. And The Undertaker with a little bit more faster pace than the slow crawl that he usually makes to the ring. He has business on his mind here. He wants to get revenge on Papa Shango. And these two men have powers much beyond the squared circle here. I think these two men use their mind tricks better than anybody in the World Wrestling Federation. As The Undertaker raises his arms and smoke is coming from somewhere. I don't know. It's mystical, it's magical, it's The Undertaker. And if I'm Papa Shango, I don't know what it's going to take to put The Undertaker's shoulders down to the mat for a 3 count. And the referee calls for the bell, and a running charge by Papa Shango takes down The Undertaker. I think Shango almost had to do that to get an early advantage here over The Undertaker. As the fans here in Las Vegas trying to cheer on The Undertaker. But Shango in control in the very, very early going. Throws down The Undertaker. And Shango now stomping away. Shango in control. I mean, Shango's no pushover. That guy's built like a brick house. Probably weighs around 280. And is very agile in the ring for a man his size. And speaking of agile, The Undertaker takes on Shango with a kick. But Shango able to escape and throws Taker into the ropes. And a back body drop by Papa Shango. And The Undertaker in control, or in trouble in the early going. And now Shango trying to choke out The Undertaker. I don't know how you can take life from a dead man, but Shango's going to try. But The Undertaker didn't like that. Take 2 calmly, and a big boot by The Undertaker. Takes down Papa Shango. Undertaker now with a front face lock on Papa Shango. And we're getting a wrestling maneuver here. Has Shango up and down with a suplex. And Papa Shango now in trouble in this matchup. Back and forth action thus far in this match between these two big men. As Shango now has Undertaker into a power bomb, and down goes The Undertaker. And again, Shango choking out The Undertaker, staying on top of The Undertaker. I got to give it credit for that. Papa Shango not afraid to dish the punishment and staying on top of The Undertaker, not giving him a chance to recover. And now has a camel clutch maneuver, but Undertaker able to escape. And Shango blocked the forearm and a kick to the midsection. Shango now has The Undertaker up on his shoulders. And a guillotine over the top rope drops the Taker over the top rope, and down goes The Undertaker. And Papa Shango back in control. Now a series of axe handles to the back of The Undertaker. Stomping away now is Papa Shango. And again, choking the Undertaker. The referee right there allowed it for a 4-second count. And Undertaker charges with a clothesline. Down goes Papa Shango. But Shango with a rake of the eyes. And a clothesline misses. And now Taker has Shango up on his shoulders, but lets him out of it. Into a backbreaker instead, and a side slam. Down goes Papa Shango. The Undertaker changing his mind mid-maneuver. and decided a sidewalk slam versus a backbreaker, and maybe he should have stayed with a backbreaker because Shango now in control. Lateral press, but Taker makes it to the ropes. Lots of back and forth here between these two behemoths. One from darkness, the other from the swamps. And a headbutt by Papa Shango. And Shango, I'll tell you what, one thing, he's not intimidated by the Undertaker. He is matching the Undertaker's size and strength. And Shango now slowing down the pace of the match to fit his needs, his style. And the Undertaker fighting back. And Taker with a punch to the midsection. And again, another side slam, and down goes Shango. Still to come, our main event, as Hulk Hogan will challenge for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. That is our main event here. The final match for the World Wrestling Federation in 2K22 Part 1. This, the penultimate, as Undertaker now working over Shango, and a big right hand by Shango takes down the Undertaker, and now Shango back in control. Papa Shango showing what he's made of, working over the Undertaker. We might have an upset here, and I would call it an upset if Shango wins this match. As Papa Shango now rolling over the Undertaker, going for a cover. Referee was out of position. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by the Undertaker. And maybe if the referee was in position, this match would be over. But Papa Shango staying on top of the Undertaker. Now working the arm, and Papa Shango kicking and stomping everywhere. Has the Undertaker up. Ooh, and a big elbow stuns the Taker. Undertaker out on his feet. And a series of forearms to the back, and down goes the Undertaker. Papa Shango might just win this match. He's not going for the cover, and I'm not sure why. Maybe something, I don't know what's going on here, but Papa Shango was almost like in a trance there. He's almost in a trance now. He's not doing anything to the Undertaker. Shango now. Oh, and Taker slams his head into the face of Papa Shango. Clothesline misses, but a big right hand does not. The Undertaker with another right hand. Oh, and takes down Shango. The Undertaker setting up Papa Shango. Could it be the tombstone? Undertaker picks up Papa Shango. Has him set up. And drops him down with a tombstone, and that could be it. Referee counts 1, 2, 3. Something went off in the Undertaker like a light switch. He nailed that diving clothesline, then set up the tombstone. But let's go back to the fact that Papa Shango, not once but twice, had the Undertaker at least in position for defeat, but went into some kind of a trance where he couldn't attack the Undertaker. Listen, special powers that be in play there. I don't know what it was, but I know that that was a tombstone, and I know that this is a 3 count. Fans, this is the final match for the 2K22 Part 1 season finale of the World Wrestling Federation. It's a world title match coming up next between champion Ric Flair and challenger Hulk Hogan. But before then, here's a sneak peek at what's coming your way April 4th on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel. And welcome back here to WrestleMania, the main event, as Hulk Hogan will challenge Ric Flair for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. We just saw a preview of the WWE 2K22 Part 2 season trailer. That will be, of course, coming your way on April 4th. We will go back to a one-show-a-week format, and we will be bringing you about 3 to 5 matches per week from various promotions, various eras throughout the history of pro wrestling. And some of those highlights, of course, showed some action from the 80s, the 90s, and the late 90s. We have yet to venture to the Attitude Era here on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel, only because I never did commentary for my Fantasy Warfare Unforgiven pay-per-view, which I'm sure will happen one day. That day is not today, as Ric Flair makes his way to the ring. We don't want to get too sidetracked here, but looking forward to uploading some videos in the next couple weeks. Again, at the time of this, I'm recording this live to tape in February. It's early February. We are getting snippets every day of the new 2K22 video game, and I am looking forward. I will be buying it, pre-ordering it, getting it on March 8th, and I will look to add some videos between, you may already see some videos pop up of some of the creations I'm making or downloading, but since it hasn't happened yet, we'll just call me Nostradamus here, as Ric Flair in the ring with the World Wrestling Federation Championship. And we have made it a point here many times during the Gotmark76 channel in this season that when the world title is on the line, Ric Flair is hard to beat. He has not lost the title here in the World Wrestling Federation. He has lost many non-title matches, but this match is for all the marbles. And away we go. Hulk Hogan, of course, had a long road to the world title. He lost a Battle Royal at the Royal Rumble and then quickly got eliminated from the Royal Rumble to even compete for this match. This match was supposed to be the Big Boss Man versus Ric Flair, but Yokozuna took out the Big Boss Man several weeks ago at the request of Bobby the Brain Heenan, and of course he represented Ric Flair. So a number one contenders match was determined, and Hulk Hogan won that match. So Hulk Hogan getting an opportunity that some say he might not even deserve. But regardless, he's here in the main event at WrestleMania, which is no strange thing for him. And he's battling it out against Nature Boy Ric Flair. And the fans solidly behind Hulk Hogan here, as I know one fan in particular, Deli, is watching at home. Deli0316 watching at home. We are looking forward to the 2K22 video game when all of us here at the Wrestling Network, the TWN Facebook page, will go back to creating and uploading some of the legend images that you're accustomed to here on the Gotmark76 YouTube channel. And now both men on the outside. Hulk Hogan does not want this match to end in a countout. He will not be able to win the title on a countout. But he can do some damage to Flair on the outside, and Flair, in turn, can do some damage to Hogan on the outside. And now Flair back in control. Big chop by Flair, and a jab by Flair. Another chop blocked by Hogan. Hogan now firing away, and a neck breaker on the floor. Down goes Flair. Hogan needs to get Flair back into the ring. Counts up to 7. Hogan back into the ring. And Hogan now stomping away on the Nature Boy. Ric Flair has faced many wrestlers over the last several months here. From the 1-2-3 Kid, Roddy Piper, Kerry Von Erich, Dusty Rhodes, Hulk Hogan. But the grand stage of WrestleMania and a world title on the line, and I think Ric Flair's going to take this to the 10th degree. As Hogan, they're back on the outside, and Hogan drops an elbow to the chest, on the chest of Flair. Hogan now with a series of right hands. This is the AI, by the way. I am not playing this match. This is the PlayStation 5 playing this match between these two men. So I'm hoping that the action gets back into the ring. I want to see a clear-cut winner here as Hogan flexes to the fans in Las Vegas. 7 needs to get back in the ring. Hogan's in the ring. Flair might just take a powder and lose this match by count-up, but does not. He slides back into the ring, and now Flair throws Hogan across the turnbuckle. Runs, charges, and is met with a Hogan elbow and a big boot by Hogan. This could be it. Goes for the cover. Flair's pinned. 1, 2, and no, a kick out by Flair. And we almost had a new World Heavyweight Champion. A big boot by Hogan, not followed up by the leg drop. And Hogan now stomping away on the lower back of Flair. Here it comes! Hogan off the rope, drops the leg. We're going to have a new champion. Hogan hooks the leg. Referee counts 1, 2, and no! Flair kicks out. Thank God. Flair kicks out. Hogan now working the arm of the Nature Boy. I'll tell you what, not too many men kick out of that Hulk Hogan leg drop. But like I said, when the world title's on the line, there is nobody better than Nature Boy Ric Flair. He has not lost this world title. He has been a fighting champion. All of his losses have been when it didn't matter. Hogan missing with a clothesline and Flair with a kick. It may have been a low blow, but the referee letting this match continue. And now Hogan throws Flair into the ropes again, and the big clothesline misses again. And Flair now going to work on the leg of Hogan, takes him over. Nicely done on the part of Ric Flair. And now Flair going to work, it could be! He woos to the crowd, and here comes the figure 4 leg lock. It's locked in the middle of the ring. Can Hogan escape? Hogan trying to escape. I think he's going to tap. But no, Flair lets him out of it again. The PS5 playing this game. Oh, and Flair's going to pin Hogan instead. 1, 2, and no, Hogan kicks out. And Flair arguing with the referee will do him no good. Needs to stay on top of Hogan, but Hogan sweeps the leg. And Hogan getting Hulkicized. Oh no, Hogan making a comeback. Hogan with a big elbow drop to the back of the head. Hogan picks up Flair. Kick to the midsection. Flair is in trouble. Could the world title be slipping from his grasp? Hogan with a Russian leg sweep. Needs to go for the cover, and he does. He heard me. Referee position 1, 2, and the kick out at 2 by Flair. This is what it's all about. Fighting in the main event of WrestleMania, the 2K22 Part 1 season finale for the World Wrestling Federation. And they're fighting for the World Heavyweight Title. Hogan picks another big boot by Hogan. Takes down Flair. Goes for the cover. New champion 1, 2, and the kick out at 2 by Flair. Wow. The fans here, and I thought it was all over there. Hogan pointing to Flair. He just needs to go for the cover. Maybe hit another leg drop and we'll have a new world champion. But no. Picks up Flair. And Hogan with an armbar after hitting a big boot and getting a 2 count. Should have hit that leg drop, but Hogan going to work on Flair. And now a side headlock. Hogan now trying to take the breath out of Ric Flair. It's not a chokehold. But wearing down Ric Flair, trying to beat Ric Flair at his own game, but Flair with a reversal and a headlock of his own. And a clothesline missed by Hogan. Flair takes down Hogan, has him. And the Nature Boy with a big knee to the chest, and Flair back in control. Flair now, I think Flair was going to go for the cover. And he does. Referee way out of position. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Hogan. Between the indecisiveness of Flair going for the cover and the referee being a mile out of position, Hogan's still alive in this fight, and a big knockout punch. Flair goes to the outside floor, and Flair's not moving. The referee's begun to count. Hogan now following after Flair on the outside floor. And these two men now exchanging blows on the outside. They've been on the outside almost as much as they've been on the inside of the ring this match. Oh, and a kick by Flair. Hogan kicked another kick to the midsection. Big forearm to the back. Referee's count is up to 5. And Hogan rams the head of Flair into the side of the ring. And a big shoulder block. 6. Hogan needs to get Flair back into the ring. Instead throws Flair into the steps. I'm not sure if Hogan can hear the count, but he needs to get Flair back into the ring. And throws Flair into the ring post this time. 9! This match is going to end in a double countout. It does! And as I said, Ric Flair, when the title's on the line, Flair goes a whole other level. He has retained the World Heavyweight Championship here at WrestleMania. He's done so by a count of a draw, a double countout with Hulk Hogan. Fans, part 1 of the 2K22 season is over for the World Wrestling Federation. But stay tuned. April 4th, coming your way. The Gotmark76 2K22 Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. Woo! The actual season finale will be ECW, and that is Tuesday night for Spring Spectacular. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you then. Good night, everybody.